Let's see if I can make this short and sweet and not prattle on like I usually do. I'm already doing it 8 seconds in. Today is Monday, November 9th. It's 12:51 a.m. Just got out of the shower. This one's called OCD. OCD stands for Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. And, started using the term OCD quite a bit when I was working at the county, hanging around with Ben, because, I always talk about people's OCDs. And I have a few OCDs. They're not to the point where I have to be medicated yet. One OCD I used to have when I lived at Cadillac Square Apartments, I would I would get up, I leave the house in the morning. I'd come out my door in the morning. I'd lock the door, and then I sprint down to the bank of elevators because I was usually running late, that's not an OCD. That's another story. But I'd run down. I'd hit the button, the down elevator, and I'd be waiting, and this part of my brain started, and I'd turn around, sprint back down the hall to my door, and wiggle the doorknob to make sure it was locked. And then I'd run back down because I was about to miss the elevator. And I get on the elevator, and I'd wonder, did I lock the door? And there were times where I'd resist the temptation to run back, and I'd just get on the elevator, and the same thing would be in my mind, did I lock the door? And I think I did the same thing at other apartments I had. And most of the time, fortunately, I had somebody living with me, and I was usually the first one out, so I could get away with it. But even if the person was there, I'd still be like, the door. I think I can remember one time, and all the times I did this, did I actually leave the door unlocked. So, it's just one of those things. I guess it's because, you grew up not having anything. You're so worried that someone's going to take what you worked hard for, I guess that's what the problem was, Have you ever had someone break into your house before, and it's not cool, I get very protective of my space. I don't want someone to defile, my things and take my things because I don't have much, so taking what little I have is just like, chopping off an arm, it's just like, I have so little. It's like, you always say your life is more important than physical things that you have. And it's like the sensible part of you is like, well, someone tries to rob me, just give it to them and just, keep on living. And I'll think that. And then sometimes when I'm out, in the past, I don't know what happened. I guess, since things went downhill a little bit, I've been more of the, someone comes up to me, what's going to happen? I don't know if I'm going to just give it up. I can't fight worth shit, so I don't have a gun, I don't have a knife. I can't really defend myself, So if someone, beats my ass, takes my shit, it's like, well, just give them the shit. You walk away. Yeah, you're not beat to hell and all those kind of things. But like right now, where I have even less, if I go out and have my computer in my backpack, which I always do, basically, have my MP3 player, and it's like, if I lose those things, my already hellacious life would be even more hellacious. So it's like, I just feel like I've had dreams about it where someone comes up on me and tries to take my shit, and it's like, no, you're gonna have to fucking kill me and shoot right here, make it right, kill me, But that's just a function of not wanting to live anyway, and being too much of a punk ass, deal with it. And I am off the subject. Okay, another OCD. You can't really see this, but yeah, I actually have a little bit of a nail on one of these, but right here, you can't really see it, but the nail's ripped so far that you can see the cuticle under it, and like on certain of them, this nails are so back far that you can pull the skin up, And a big problem I've had for a long, long time is when I get bored, I fidget and I do things and I don't always realize what I'm doing. One of the things that for years was ripping off fingernails, ripping off toenails, not biting. I never was a biter. I just rip, just rip them off, and I rip them and rip them so much, that I can't just get the nail low. I'd have to go so far that my fingers bled and my toes bled. And literally over the years, there have been times where it got so bad where I stick my hands under my armpits. I sit on my hands. If I was in bed, I put my hands under the cover, and that's good for a minute. But the minute my mind drifts, I'm back doing this, and it's like, oh, and it's like I need to stop. And it's like, but when I'm halfway there, it's like I gotta keep going, and then my fingers, might bleed or whatever. But a few years ago, I got into the habit of letting my nails grow. I don't know how, you know. Maybe I just, instead of ripping my nails off, I fondled my girlfriend or something. I don't know. And then I got to the point where my nails would get so long, and I hate it. I've always hated long nails. It's like a feminine thing. I don't like long nails. They look like claws or whatever. But my nails would get so long that when I'd be doing things, I'd bend them back sometimes, And the easiest way for me before was to find out if my nails were too long was, well, I'm not, what the fuck, crude, huh? But the easiest way was, when, you mess around with your lady, if you go down and you start scratching, that's a problem. Nails need to be cut. Other thing was, when my son was a little younger, I'd be playing with him, but that was an OCD too, but anyway, but, if I'm playing with him and I scratch him, that's another reason, the way to know to cut my nails down. And the other thing was that you should do like this. And if I do like this and held it and it hurt my palms, cut my nails. But now like my toenails are real bad too. It's like they're bleeding, and I don't know what it is about this house or the water or the soap or whatever. It's messed up my skin a little bit. And I think it's bothering my feet as well, because the nails on my toes are a little weird. They're like it's like they're splitting or whatever. And it's like the edges, you know, they split off or whatever. And like if I'm, ripping a toenail, it's like the nail won't just go straight across. It'll like go across the top and rip, and then it's like bleeding, And I had like a toenail come off, So I'm drifting again. Okay, that's two OCDs. Damn it, I can't. That's why I need to script these things, but it kind of takes the point away from the spontaneity of the whole thing. But yeah, but by far my biggest OCD is my fingernails. Because your nails get long. Well, when they're not too long, they're good for ripping things, and picking your nails is really good for that. Or picking in yours, but then your nails get long, and you crap under them. It's like anything. Soap gets on your nails, lotion gets on your nails. I hate that. So like for the last week, my nails have been ripped down to nothing, and I need to figure out how to get busy so that I can get my nails back, because when you get them this low, it kind of hurts a little bit, but you get used to it. So I know there was like one other thing, one of the OCD that I was supposed to really talk about, but I can't remember. And then I went on a little rant about getting your stuff stolen, you want to die. So that's OCD. Laters.